Well, hey everybody, Matt here with Mercury TV, and today I am here to talk about the HyperX CloudX flight. Now, if you don't want to watch the entire video, which is totally understandable, here's what I can say. 110% go out and buy these. I could not be happier with them, and they might be my favorite headset I've ever used. Let's get into why. So in my last video, I talked about the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s and the SteelSeries Arctis 9X, and I was less than impressed with both of them. As soon as I started having audio issues with the Arctis 9X, I decided to go and purchase either the Astro A50 Generation 4s, the HyperX CloudX Flights, or the Plantronics Rig 800s. Now the Rig 800s were not in stock in my local Best Buy. I didn't exactly want to drop $250 for the same Astro A50 that I've tried before in the past. So I decided to go and get the HyperX Flights, okay? And I have used their products in the past, HyperX, and they consistently deliver really great, high-quality products for an affordable price, okay? I think that if they wanted to, they could jack up the prices on a lot of their stuff, 25, 50 bucks, and it would be on par with what their competition is selling. So I got them in the mail like 2 days after I made that review, and I've used them ever since, and they are just freaking awesome. So in the box, you get the headset itself, you get the detachable microphone, you get the USB dongle, which you have to plug into your Xbox in order to use these, and you get a charging cable. All right. Now, in terms of the headset, this Turtle Beach, take notes, is what an all-plastic construction should look like, okay? Because it actually looks and feels premium. So it's got the rotatable ear cups. Okay, it's got the nice plush leatherette memory foam, right? And it actually does feel like foam, again, unlike the Turtle Beaches. But my favorite thing is that they just fit on my big head. Not only that, but there's actually plenty of room to spare. So if you have a massive head, these things will fit. The tops of my ears are sticking out right now. When you turn them on, the lighting will pop up on the side to let you know that they're on, right? And what's nice about these is that, because you're going to say this is going to kill your battery life, you have 3 options. If you press the power button one more time, it'll turn into a breathing mode. If you press it one more time after that, it'll completely turn off, which will increase battery. On the left ear cup here, you have your game chat mixer, all right? And there are nice audible tones that let you know when you are at full game volume, full chat volume, or at a 50-50 split, so you know exactly where you're at. I just leave it at 50-50 the entire time. I actually don't really use Xbox Live Party chat too much, and this won't affect in-game, so that's good. When you plug the microphone in, which even though it looks like a typical 3.5, I can't fit anything else into that little port there. So I've tried plugging in different stuff. Come on, man, focus on it. Whatever. I've tried plugging in different stuff, and the headset microphone is the only thing that fits in there, and you know what? Okay, I'm not going to throw a fit about that. Now, what I do like about these is that when you hit the button, don't know if you can tell or not, but a little red LED pops up on the microphone to let you know that you're muted, so you can see out of the corner of your eye that you are in fact muted. On the the right side of the headset, you have your volume dial, which is actually like extremely nice. I don't know how it was, but both of these headsets on the bottom here had really cheap here, let me see if I can find it. Had kind of cheap dials on the side. God damn, I need to figure out how to use the camera. Like, they just felt kind of plasticky, like what you would have on your old, headphones that were included in a phone box, right? But this is actually like super nice. And I don't know if you can hear it, but when you get to max and min volume, it'll actually beep at you a couple of times so you know where you're at. It's a free scrolling wheel, so it'll never have like a stop. It'll just keep going forever. The best part about these, in my opinion, is the mic monitoring. When you hold the mute button over here for about 3 seconds, you'll hear a low tone, and that lets you know that mic monitoring is on or off. And these have the best mic monitoring of any open or any closed back headset I've ever used in my life. My favorite part about it, number one, is that it's not dependent on your overall volume. So every other headset that I've ever used that has mic monitoring, if you turn the headset volume up or down, mic monitoring goes up or down with it. Okay? And that's not really good because I don't like to blast the game volume to where I'm deaf, right? But at the same time, I want to be able to hear myself in all environments. This mic monitoring is like, it almost turns me into an open back, okay? I can hear my wife 2 rooms away. I can hear my baby make the slightest noises. Like, it's perfect. I know I've seen some reviews where people say the mic monitoring doesn't work, and I'm kind of curious if they just didn't know that you have to hold down the mute button for 3 seconds to activate it. The ear cups can be swapped out. Currently, HyperX doesn't offer any of the velour ear cups with them, which I wish they did. That would really complete the package for me if they included some velour ear cups with these. I understand why they don't. Typically, closed back headsets, you want to have the leather, right, which helps contain the sound, which is kind of the whole point of a closed back headset. But yeah, I ended up buying a pair of velour ear pads offline. I didn't really like the way that they fit or felt on these. These are great, but the only real issue I had with them is that it's kind of hard to tell, but they look a little bit shallow, and at first, for like the first little bit that you wear them, they kind of feel shallow, but you quickly get used to them. My ears don't get super hot in these. I do wear these with glasses, and they are comfortable with glasses, but like, man, for $150, this is the kind of build quality that I expect. So bravo HyperX, because y'all knocked it out of the park. In terms of comfort, these things are extremely comfortable to wear. I can wear them for hours. Unfortunately, since I had a baby, I don't get to game for hours on end like I used to, so I haven't gotten to wear them for more than like 2 or 3 hours at a time. But they haven't gotten uncomfortable in that span. So if you're a 2 to 3 hour gamer, I can definitely say these will not disappoint. The audio quality on these is perfect. If everyone raves about the Arctis 9X, these are just right on par with it. To be honest, I don't really notice much of a difference between either one of these. They both sound wonderful, in my opinion. But yeah, it's HyperX, man. Like, I have not used a single one of their headsets. I've used the HyperX Cloud 2s, the Cloud Revolvers, the Revolver S's, the Cloud Alphas, and all of them have had phenomenal sound. These don't disappoint either. And one thing that I really did like about the sound that I have to mention is that most of the time when you use a wireless headset, when you blast the volume and there's no actual game or audio coming through, you'll hear a slight hissing sound like there's interference or something like that. I did not hear any of that. The only time you'll hear any of that is if you have the mic monitoring on and there's no game or like movie or music audio coming through. Then you'll definitely hear some static. You'll hear yourself breathing, But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I really need to cover with these. Oh, battery life. Battery life has been incredible. I charged these right out of the box as soon as I got them. And I went I think it was 5 days before I had to even plug them in again. And since then, I haven't plugged them in. So, I don't know what they advertise. They advertise up to 30 hours, right? And I believe that's if you have the ear cup lighting off, right? And you just use it for gaming strictly and you turn them directly off afterwards. These will shut off automatically after a certain amount of time. So if you turn your Xbox off, or if you just leave it, you just go AFK and just leave it sitting there, these will turn off automatically, which, I'm happy with. So, yeah, I memean, I don't really know what else I can cover with these that hasn't been covered yet, but they knocked it out of the park. Like, SteelSeries had a really great chance with the Arctis 9X. The reason, the 2 big reasons why I prefer these over it is, number one, obviously the audio issues. And if you don't believe me, really take the time, go to bestbuy.com, go to amazon.com, look at all the 1-star reviews of the SteelSeries Arctis 9X. All of them mention the connection, right? If you're going to have great sounding audio that disconnects or gets choppy, then what's the point, right? These I've had 0 connection issues with, right? So that's a plus for the HyperX. Second is they fit, okay? And they fit well. Plenty of room, right? Like, they aren't pulling up on my ears, they aren't sitting down on them, and I still have plenty of room to adjust them. The SteelSeries, at full max, they don't fit. Like, the metal's sitting on top of my head and it's being pulled up on the bottom of my ears, and it just drives me nuts. If SteelSeries fixed the connection issues and they made a headset that had kind of a normal adjusting headband, and they use this, I think it's called the Airweave cushions. If they had this Airweave as padding on the band, right, with normal sliders for adjustment, then I would probably want to give these a second look. But I just can't. for that reason alone. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much going to do it for the review. I cannot recommend those strongly enough. They're awesome. Like if you want a wireless headset for the Xbox One, or even if you're just looking for the best headset for the Xbox One, those might be it. I haven't tried out the A50s or the Plantronics yet, right? And I kind of plan to, but at the same time, typically when I find something that I'm really happy with, I don't just go and keep buying products to try them for no reason. But you got to try them. If you can get them at Best Buy or Amazon or whatever that has a generous return policy, buy them and try them out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. HyperX, like I said, they always deliver great products at affordable prices, and they've definitely done that here again. So, yeah, leave any questions or comments in the sections below. I'll be happy to answer everything about this. I can answer it. Questions in regards to this versus other headsets I've used, Astros, Turtle Beaches, SteelSeries, whatever. Thank you all again for the subscriptions, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a great one.
Okay, this is the review for the HyperX. These are the original headphones I got. This is one of my first reviews, guys, so sorry if the camera's shaky and whatever. But I more just wanted this as like a PSA, buyer beware kind of thing. I got these from the Amazon warehouse. I think that they are returned headphones that Amazon is reselling. These are the HyperX. I think they're Cloud 2s. Got them about 2 months ago, and these ones went out on me. The volume knob, it just keeps chiming me that the volume's at its lowest, and it doesn't matter if you turn it up or down. It just chimes you. It gives you an indication. They worked for about 2 months, and during the 2 months, they were okay. The range was actually surprisingly good. One of the features I liked is this little mute button here. Gives you a red light, indicates that it's muted. That was nice. Stuff I didn't like, the buttons on the side, which are your mixer. You can see them there. You got game volume, chat volume, and your mute button. They don't really give you much indication that you're pressing them when you're trying to find them on the side of your head. So sometimes you don't know which one you're touching too. But it's hard to tell the difference between those two little icons based on my fingers. And then when you push on them, you don't know that you're pushing on them. So that's annoying. What else? This is the replacement. I got those about 3 days ago, and they do not boot on. I recharged them upon getting them. Nothing. What's supposed to happen, the green light's supposed to come on there. I'll show you on the originals. Got the originals. Boom. They're on. But again, defective volume knob after about 2 months. And these are kept in a man-child house. So, I take care of my stuff. I don't let my dogs don't chew on them. I don't have kids. But yeah, these ones, you'll take my word for it. They're charged, but they do not boot up. It's kind of nice. I wanted them to be a hands-free option because I got tired of walking around the house. These are my old ones. They're about 3 years old. They're corded, And I got tired of, carrying my controller around when I'm gaming with my buddies and I want to go grab a snack. And I don't know, I guess I just take my headphones off. But, they held up really good. HyperX made good headphones. They missed the mark on this one. These ones are kind of lemons. I hope the quality improves, but I wouldn't recommend them. I'm questioning buying HyperX anymore. I bought them a lot as gifts for people and for myself, and probably not buying them anymore. But anyway, Amazon has pretty solid returns, so that is about the only plus and the best takeaway I have. I'm getting refunded for both of these, and probably finding a new headphone company. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Take care.
Olha galera, vou ser breve. Esse fone que eu comprei por aproximadamente R$360. Se apresentou um bom custo-benefício. É um fone interessante, é bem balanceado, né? Tem um ponto positivo, né, que é a conectividade direto com o Xbox. Aqui eu simplesmente videogame desligado, eu pego o fone de ouvido, só ligo o fone de ouvido, ele já liga o dispositivo, o controle, liga tudo. A mesma coisa quando você desliga o videogame, o fone já desliga automaticamente. Aqui você muta, né? Só fazendo esse movimento aqui você consegue mutar. Um ponto negativo que eu encontrei no fone foi a questão de você controlar o som, né? Tanto o volume quanto a proporcionalidade entre jogo e chat, né? O que eu fazia antes no controle, nesse fone eu não consigo. Eu faço tudo por aqui. Aqui desse lado aqui você tem o volume e aqui desse lado você tem a questão da proporcionalidade. Se você quer mais o volume do jogo ou se você quer mais o volume do chat, né? A bateria dele é boa, né? Ele respondeu bem. Eu levo em média aí 2 a 3 dias aproximadamente para colocar ele para carregar. Quando eu estou usando muito o microfone, né? Quando eu jogo muito no chat, ele descarrega um pouco mais rápido, porém o carregamento dele é muito rápido, né? Às vezes entre uma pausa e outra eu coloco ele para carregar, ele já carrega o suficiente para continuar jogando todo dia. Talvez eu tenha que recarregar depois com mais calma, mas ele segura bem o carregamento. Esse lance aqui do volume e tal, eu acho que eu me adaptei fácil, né? Então eu acabei pegando o esquema aqui e me adaptei bem fácil. É isso aí, galera. Eu acho que dependendo do valor, ele é assim um bom custo-benefício para quem quer um fone sem fio.